So I had this epiphany just today, actually. Sarah has always had the quietest, most tame sneezes I have ever heard. To the point that I thought, why? Like, what's the point for your body to do that? Because clearly it's not getting anything out. It's so mild. And it was always like, I always just thought about that. Like, it's just like so small. But as Sarah had all sorts of health issues growing up with Lyme disease and all this other stuff. And we've slowly been fixing all this. And so now that she's way healthier than she ever has been.
She has really loud sneezes.
Her sneezes have gotten so loud. And we were in the car today and she sneezed so hard. And I was like, I said, like, what's going on? But today was particularly just crazy loud.
You were like...
Yeah, and I was like, I've always had extremely loud sneezes.
Because you're so darn healthy.
And so I thought, wait a minute.
What if?
What if the quality of your sneeze shows how healthy you are? Because your body is like able to get stuff out of it. Whereas if you're not healthy, it's like, again, you can't get it down. It just stays in.
Dude.
And it blew my mind. I've never heard anybody say that.
All right.
The power of the sneeze determines how healthy, because that's a huge... Think about how, like, anytime you sneeze, this is how powerful the human body is. It really gives you an insight as to, like, your actual capabilities. You're sneezing at over 100 miles an hour. You can't just sit here and blow air out of your mouth at 100 miles an hour. You barely blow it out at all. Yeah. But your body, when it's in the deepest depths of trying to protect itself to get something out of you, can do something at 100 miles an hour.
It's like when you see those videos of people like groups of people lifting cars
because their child is under, and a mom does that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so there's some base level of strength that your body has that we need to unlock, that we can unlock in certain situations, but for the unhealthy, they can't hit that point.
Yeah.
So maybe like the sneeze is this unlocked thing that you can innately do.
Oh, that's fascinating.
But it just, you can't do it if you're unhealthy. If you're struggling with your health, I should say.
I've heard an interesting theory about hiccups, because they wonder why do you get the hiccups? What's the point? And the best theory I've heard, which makes the most sense with my worldview, that the body is like designed very specifically for specific purposes, is that basically hiccuping is it's basically, once you're an adult, it's just a thing your body does because it was important that you did it when you were an infant, when you were in the womb, because it's a way for your body to reflexively practice strengthening the diaphragm.
I see.
So when you get older, you still have this instinct to hiccup sometimes, and you're like, why is this happening? Well, because it was something that your body had to do when you were little to give it some exercise, and strengthen it.
The weird thing is, Sarah hiccups a lot. I honestly cannot remember the last time that I hiccuped. I don't, and I think about this every time Sarah gets the hiccups. I'm like, why don't I hiccup ever? Like, for years, never. Why?
Interesting.
I can't figure it out.
I get the hiccups like very rarely enough that whenever it happens, I'm like, what?
I almost can't remember what it feels like.
That's how long it's another wellness sickness thing.
I don't think so. But that's what I don't understand. I don't get it.
Maybe your diaphragm was just, you did one hiccup as a baby. And it was like and you were like, oh, that was perfect.
Maybe.
I'm so strong.
No, I never used to get the hiccups. I just don't remember. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know, man. It kind of concerns me, actually, but...